This information presentation will tell you all about Challenges Abroad's Machu Picchu fundraising challenge running in summer 2023 to the Sacred Valley in Peru. This presentation will introduce you to who we are and what we do at Challenges Abroad. Then it will provide an overview and a summary of the trip before introducing our partner charity, the Future Sense Foundation. Then we will go over why you should sign up for this challenge, the costs associated with the challenge, and the fundraising targets and support available. Finally, I will discuss the measures we are taking with regards to COVID-19, our carbon offsetting promise, and finally, what kind of support you can expect from us and how to contact us and book onto your challenge. So who are we at Challenges Abroad? Well, we're a social enterprise running charity challenges to 7 different international locations. We give students the opportunity to participate in community programs in some of the most marginalized communities in the world. We produce global citizens through providing students with the opportunity to experience new countries and cultures. The causes that our challenges support are all aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which include goals such as no poverty, good health and well-being, quality education, and climate action. This challenge will run for 2 weeks over summer 2023 in the Sacred Valley of Peru. For the first week, you will participate in Future Sense Foundation development programs and deliver engaging educational workshops for students at our partner schools. For the second week, you will embark on the Salcante trek to Machu Picchu, the lost city of the Incas. If you would like to stay in Peru for longer, you also have the option of joining our 1-week Amazon rainforest extension trip. So in the first week, you will arrive into Cusco Airport in Peru, where you will be met by our in-country team and transferred to the Urubamba program, 1.5 hours drive away from the airport. During this first week, you will be delivering educational workshops at our partner schools and will have the opportunity to experience the local culture and World Heritage sites. It is estimated that more than 1 in 10 people in Urubamba lack basic literacy skills. The need for more holistic, engaging, and creative education is significant. The low quality of education in Peru is a real concern, and there are significant barriers to quality education, such as a lack of appropriate infrastructure and inadequate learning materials, along with poorly trained teachers. Dropout rates are high, and they are affecting predominantly rural areas with low income and indigenous students the worst affected by this. There is often a lack of focus on developing cognitive thinking, soft skills, and a passion or desire for learning. We aim to break this mold and develop students to become lifelong learners. We focus on developing soft skills to build confidence and aspiration. So you could be delivering workshops on topics such as conversational English, reading and storytelling, science, technology, engineering, arts and maths education, and life skills. You will also have free time in the afternoons and evenings to see the beauty that Peru has to offer. On a typical day, you will wake up at 7 to have breakfast and get ready for the day and head to the project at about 8 a.m. to begin the workshops, which typically last for about 4 or 5 hours. Then at around 1:30, you'll have lunch in town before heading back to the accommodation. After this, there is a daily debrief and planning session, so you can plan your workshops for the following day. And then there's free time for you to have dinner, undertake activities, and be well rested for the next day of workshop delivery. For the second week of your challenge, you will embark on the Salcante trek to Machu Picchu, where you will trek through the Andes to the mind-blowing lost city of the Incas. You will see the sunrise over Machu Picchu, which really is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So on the first day, you will trek for a total of 7 hours and get to see the beautiful Humante mountain. You will have dinner and sleep at Camp Soray Pampa, which sits at around 3,500 meters. The second day of your trek will be the hardest as you climb from 3,300 meters up to the Salcante Pass at 4,600 meters, and this is the highest part of the trek. You will then descend into the upper cloud forest where the climate changes towards semi-tropical. After lunch, you will arrive at the second camp at Camp Colpabamba at 3,200 meters. On the third day of trekking, you will walk for about 2 hours before stopping for lunch at Winnepoco. After lunch, you'll trek downhill along a path that follows a small river with waterfalls and a tropical forest. And in the afternoon, you'll also have the opportunity to visit hot springs before making camp for the night. On day 4, you'll walk along the Urubamba River before continuing to Aguas Calientes, where you will spend the night before you reach Machu Picchu tomorrow. On the final day of the trail, you will take the first bus at 5:30 a.m. to Machu Picchu in order to get there early before the crowds and have a guided tour through the citadel. And then in the afternoon, you'll have free time to explore the ruins before being transferred back to Cusco. For your extension trip, if you would like to stay an extra week in Peru, you get to visit the Amazon rainforest. On the first day, you will visit a traditional indigenous village in the Manu National Park, one of the most protected areas in all of South America. And in the afternoon, you will be guided through a stunning orchid trail. On the second day of your trip, you will walk along a jungle canopy walkway and get a glimpse into where the water that feeds the Amazon River is born. In the afternoon, you will head to Villa Carmen Biological Station, experiencing incredible biodiversity along the way. On the third day, you trek through Villa Carmen's jungle trails, and you also have the option of doing a night hike so that you can experience the rainforest in a different way. On day 4 of your trip, you will visit the Santa Rosa de Huacaria indigenous community, and the community members will teach you how they make their traditional handicrafts and their tools for hunting and fishing, and you will enjoy a traditional lunch cooked between bamboo leaves. On the 5th day, you'll hike to the Pinu Pinu River, which you will cross in a cable car with the most spectacular views, and you'll continue trekking in the afternoon. Then on your 6th and final day, you will be transferred back to Cusco for a free afternoon so that you're ready to catch your flights on the following day. This trip supports the work of our partner charity, the Future Sense Foundation, an international development charity operating in 6 international locations with some of the most deprived and marginalized communities in the world. Over half of children and adolescents in education are not learning. One of the main aims of the Future Sense Foundation is to provide children around the world with quality education in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 4. You will be contributing to this goal through delivering educational workshops in rural Peru. 1/4 of people don't have access to clean drinking water or safe toilet facilities. The Future Sense Foundation also improves access to clean drinking water and sanitation facilities in the locations where they work, which is in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 6, which is to do with clean water and sanitation. So now there'll be a video for you to learn more about the Future Sense Foundation and the incredibly important work that they do around the world.
What does the Future Sense Foundation do? We work with young people in some of the most disadvantaged communities around the world to help them achieve their aspirations for a better future. But how? We deliver long-term programs that ensure quality education, improve health and livelihoods, facilitating opportunities to learn, grow and succeed. But how can you help? You can fundraise. Help raise vital funds to support education around the world. You can participate by using your skills and knowledge to help facilitate our programs alongside our in-country teams.
Because together we can build a fairer world.
What does the Future Sense Foundation?
Here you can see the locations where the Future Sense Foundation works around the world. They have hubs in each of these locations which run long-term development programs, some of which have been operating for over 10 years. Therefore, when you contribute to quality education in Peru, you're building upon years of development work that has already been done before you, despite you only being on the program for a short period of time. So there are many reasons why we think that you should support Challenges Abroad and the Future Sense Foundation and the work that they do. So we're a grassroots organisation with small permanent teams working in each country to ensure the longevity of our programmes. As I've said before, we're aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. As we have such small teams and we work directly with the communities, our administration costs are very low, and 90% of the funds generated for the charity can be spent directly on programme delivery. We're environmentally conscious. Not only do some of our programmes educate communities about environmental sustainability, we're also involved in carbon capture programmes such as reforestation programmes, and we are working towards making all of our programmes 100% carbon neutral. And I'll discuss a little bit later on some of the things that we're doing to work towards that. Finally, every single fundraiser who fundraises for the Future Sense Foundation and comes on one of our challenges will make a sustainable impact on the programmes that we run and contribute to long-term development initiatives through their community participation workshops. So there's lots of reasons why you should sign up for our challenge. You have the opportunity to go on the trip of a lifetime. There's lots of in-country support. You'll get to meet new people over the course of the year who you'll then travel with in the summer. And you also have the opportunity to enhance your CV as you develop your teamwork, confidence, resilience, compassion, and cultural sensitivity. And to top it all off, you get to contribute to long-term projects which have a positive impact on some of the most marginalised communities, and you get to see Machu Picchu and trek the Salcante Trail. There may also be the opportunity to become a challenge leader at your university. Through this role, you can develop your leadership skills as you recruit a team of students to take on the challenge with you. You then support them as you build the team and fundraise, and take on a leadership role as you undertake your challenge in Peru. If you do choose to undertake this role, you will receive exclusive perks, benefits, and discounts. So how much will the challenge cost you? Well, you must pay a registration fee in order to secure your place on the challenge, and this can be paid in 2 instalments of £195. Then you must fundraise £1,995 over the course of the year. And finally, if you would like to go on the Amazon rainforest extension trip, you must self-fund £599 for this. If you choose to be a challenge leader, you will receive a 50% discount on your registration fee, and your fundraising target will also be reduced based on the number of participants that you recruit and other leadership activities that you undertake throughout the year. So where does all that fundraise money go? Well, £1,000 of your fundraising target goes directly to the Future Sense Foundation. They then distribute this money between the 6 hubs in which they operate based on the needs of each hub. And £995 will go towards the cost of your programme. And that covers things like your accommodation, the meals while you're on the challenge, 24/7 support while you're in the country, fundraising support throughout the year, transfers to and from the airport once you arrive in the country, a Challenges Abroad t-shirt, and an incredible cultural experience of travelling to Peru, contributing to education programmes, and the once-in-a-lifetime trip to Machu Picchu. The fundraising target doesn't cover flights, travel insurance, a visa should you need to pay for one, and any vaccinations that you might need to have prior to travelling. So throughout the year, you'll be supported to reach your fundraising target by our fundraising support team. We take a one-to-one approach to fundraising support, and we tailor the fundraising journey to each individual's skills and experience. Here you can see some examples of the ways that you might reach your target. For example, you could sell old clothes online and put this money towards your fundraising, or you could use social media to promote your online fundraising page to ask friends and family for support, as well as doing events throughout the year. Here you can see a breakdown of the typical fundraiser journey. So you can see that things like bucket collecting on campus usually raises around £200 for a fundraiser, while various different kinds of events can be far more lucrative and raise around £600. This will be different for everybody, but this is an overview of how your fundraising journey might look. So we understand that many people might have some uncertainty around signing up for something like this due to the risks associated with the COVID-19 pandemic. So we want to reassure you of the measures that we're taking to ensure that our trips can go ahead and that we can keep everybody safe. So we're limiting the number of participants sharing rooms in order to ensure safety. And we also have programme flexibility. So should travel restrictions change or borders close, we can either move your challenge to a different location or you can defer your challenge to the following year. So I mentioned earlier that we're working to become carbon neutral. In order to pursue this goal, we are paying to offset the carbon emissions of all of our challenge participants' flights to try and reduce the impact that we have on the planet when participants travel to their destination, and we're doing this at no extra cost to you. So you'll have loads of support from us throughout the entire process, be that with fundraising, getting to know your team and working together throughout the year, or any practical questions or concerns about the challenge. We'll run welcome meetings so that you can get to know the rest of your team, and pre-departure meetings to ensure that you're fully prepared to travel. You'll be given full itineraries and packing lists prior to travelling, and we even have partner companies that we can direct you to in order to book your flights. So if you would like to contribute to international development programs in rural Peru and undertake the trek to Machu Picchu, then sign up today by scanning the QR code or visiting our website. And if you would like to be a challenge leader, please send an email to the email address here so that you can see whether there is this position available at your university, and we can provide you with more information. And I hope to see as many of you as possible in Peru in summer 2023 for our Machu Picchu fundraising challenge.